Hey, family, we are exactly 7 days away from the tax extension deadline for individuals. If you don't have your extension filed yet, you need to get it done ASAP. And here's why. If you have a balance for your 2023 tax return and you don't get that tax return filed by October 15th, before midnight, when it turns to October 16th, you will be faced with the failure to file penalty. Now, the e-file system isn't going to close until November. However, the due date for you is still October 15th. The reason that you're going to get hit with this penalty is because you did not get the tax return filed by the deadline. Now, if you did not file a tax extension, the failure to file penalty is already calculating on your return. Let me explain. When you owe the IRS, you are also going to be hit with additional penalties, fees, and interest. One of them that's the most harmful to individuals is the failure to file penalty. Pretty straightforward. It's a penalty for failing to file. But it can really kick you where it hurts because with the failure to file penalty, you're looking at 5% of the balance being the calculated penalty for each month. Now, this penalty can max out at 5 months, meaning that 25% of your balance due can become the failure to file penalty. Let's use $10,000 just to keep numbers easy, right? So let's say that you missed this extension deadline. You did your due diligence at first. You filed a tax extension back in April. Awesome. Kudos to you. However, if you miss this October 15th deadline, and then we get to November 15th, then we get to December 15th, January 15th, February 15th, and now March 15th. Yes, you got the tax return filed, but 5 months late. This means that your balance of $10,000 is going to have an additional $2,500 assessed for the failure to file penalty. And in addition to that, that penalty is going to also have some interest attached. So, how do we avoid this penalty? By getting that tax return filed on time. Now, as I said, this video is 2024. Today is October 8th. So we have exactly a week. There is an exception for some taxpayers. For those of you who may be affected by Hurricanes Helene or Milton, my prayers go out to you. I pray that you stay safe and that you're able to recover anything that you've lost, right? You're going to be going through a lot of a rebuilding process. The IRS has declared that area to be a federal national disaster area. What this means is that you have additional time to get your 2023 tax return filed. If you have a balance, you're still going to end up having to pay that. They didn't give you too much relief, but they gave you some flexibility with getting that tax return filed because they understand that this is a life or death situation and you do have more important things to worry about than your taxes at this time. If you were not in an area that has been declared a federal disaster area, then your tax return is due on October 15th. All right. I just wanted to make sure that you're in the know. And my apologies, because if you're new here, my name is Timolyn Bowens, and I'm America's favorite EA. And as an EA, I represent taxpayers in all 50 states and even across the world. And I specialize in controversy work, which not only includes negotiating people's back tax debt, I help with penalty removal as well. So if you're already faced with a failure to file penalty that you're interested in having removed, or you can't afford to pay your back tax debt all in one payment, now I want to invite you to book a call with me at www.bowenstaxsolutions.com. I'll leave the link below so you can click right on it and we can get that call booked. But don't forget, even if it's not me that you work with, be sure that you get the help that you need.